Hello, Catherine. How are you tonight? You and David. Hello, fat boy. Man, it's late for you too. Hello, Brian. Welcome back. Like I said, the problem that we had the other night's gone. I'm glad to see you, Brian. Well, I was trying to do the best I could with what I had. I didn't want to pull the trigger, but I did. We just don't need that here. I should have done it when you told me. But anyhow, let's move on. Thank you for coming. Oh, we had somebody that wanted to show his butt, and we took care of him. Hello, Maria. Brian has got 819 subs. Okay. And Brian turned blue. Maria, I'm good. I'm in good shape. Type something, Brian. You'll see what I meant. There he is. That's the least I can do. I don't have nothing else to give you. Red December. Hey, good evening to you. Maria, give me hugs. She's got 719 subs. Uh, got a few videos. You need to check her out. Joy Stirred. Hello. Joy's got 948. Okay. there is a link to Joy's channel. At least we could get her to 950. We need to get her on the road to 1,000. And everybody needs to check everybody else out. If you're not, hey, don't be late for the dinner bell. Hello, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. There you go. One more will be 950, but let's not stop there. I got 944 and 949. Did I hear 950? Give me more. uh, yeah, Bella, I haven't seen you for a while. I'm glad you stopped by. She brought some ice cream. Did you bring enough for everybody else? Well, Bella is over the 1K. Congratulations, Bella. Good deal. Oh, the ice cream is cherry. Good deal. I like cherry ice cream. Here comes Miss Pam. Okay, how many hours do you have, Bella? You tweeted me out. I don't know what that means. Bella, she's just said hi to you, Pam.
Hi, Bella.
She lives over close to St. Louis.
Oh, where?
I'm not for sure. Pam was asking where you lived. I think she still lives in Illinois. Well, thank you, Joy. She shared my channel on Twitter. I don't know anything about tweeting and twittering. Well, you got to have 4,000 the last 365 days, 4,000 hours. Yep, we're on opposite ends. Well, thank you. Yeah, 1,000 subs. She's got that, but uh, you have to look the last 365 days. And it has to be hours. Close to Alton. Well, let's see. I'm thinking Alton is further north. Yeah, Brian, that's right. Okay. Um, I need to start running your playlist. Okay. Man, that's neat. That bike and that riverboat. That's awesome. Marie, how are you? Maria. Maria. Okay. The best sweet potatoes east of the Mississippi. Doing good. We me and Pam and my sister, we went to the Covered Bridge Festival yesterday, and we walked until we couldn't walk any longer. There were so many people that you would not believe. Oh my heavens! And where I'm talking about is up in the middle of Indiana. The center of it is Rockville, Indiana. Okay, I will. I will, Brian. I will check her out. What's the uh, what's the name of the video, Bella? Sweet potato, sweet potato pie or something like that. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, you can play your own playlist. Yep. You want to play all of your videos, not just um, not just the playlist. You want to click on their videos, all videos, and then click play all. Okay, I'll I would like to see that. Watermelon and cantaloupe today. Wow, they're out of season here. I like them. They're like a tangerine, but they're called cuties, like an orange. I love them. But you gotta be picky because some of them are no bigger than a quarter. I just eat the last one I had tonight. I'll bet it is cold in Pennsylvania. Let's see what it says here. When this opens up, it says it's 41 right now, but it's 71 in the house. So, hello, Maniac. Maniac Grammy. Yeah, I love them. I don't know if you can, I haven't seen them. I don't know if you can even get tangerines anymore. That's kind of the tangerine. 33 in Maine. You have snow this AM. Oh my. What's going on, Maria? I went to the skin doctor Tuesday about my face, and I got it under control. So unless it flares up, I'm not going back because it's about an hour and a half from here towards Salem. Well, it is in Salem. 70 this afternoon. Yeah, it's about the way it is here. This is Lawrence County. If you don't like the weather, uh, wait, wait 10 minutes, it'll change. Where you? Okay. Oh, I think we got something going on here. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You just put in there what's up. All Rita. Hello. My name is Manthus. Hello, Manthus. I see you play in a band, or somebody does, or you got a video of a band. Matthew. Okay. All right. Let me check out that channel there. The Plant with Fruit chat. You sure that's it? Here's another sweet story. Okay. No, that's it. All right. Okay, Brian, hurry back. Um, I would love to, but I don't want to take a chance of getting a copyright. Well, I know, but YouTube is so funny. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bookmark your channel so I can find it. Okay. And you've only got 8 subs, or yeah, 8 subs. And let me post the link here. All right. Check out his channel. Man, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Okay. Now I seen this Tampa the other night. Let me check out your channel. He's got 1.7K. Or she. It's kind of mixed. I'm thinking it's a man. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Tampa. I don't do good pronouncing names if I don't hear them. Okay, Joy, I understand. I've been watching a show on Netflix, and I thought, well, I know it's late, but a lot of people stay up late. But take care, Joy. 8 and growing. Yeah, that's what Red December said. 8 and growing. Always like to try to help people. There was a lot of people that helped me on my way. Red December's got 607. Well, you can't post the link. You can't copy and paste the link if you're not a moderator. Yeah, Maniac Grammy, it's 11 o'clock for her. Well, good deal, Maniac Grammy. I'm glad I did help you. I watch your videos. I don't always comment, but I watch some of them. And I always appreciate somebody commenting on my videos. When I get a comment, I'll say something, you know, because I appreciate it. I really do. And it's really funny how YouTube will put that yellow $sign. Uh, Dirty Dog Diggers sent me a envelope, and she gave me this magnet, Dirty Dog Diggers Unleashed. Okay, so I made a video and I opened this and I titled it "Mail Call from Dirty Dog Diggers," and they yellow flagged it. And you can watch the video. There's nothing hateful or mean or dirty words or nothing in it. I try to be. Uh, about me? Oh, I just do whatever kind of video I can come up with. I'm just an old country hick. I live in southern Illinois, straight east of St. Louis on the Illinois side, just about 10 miles west of Vincennes, Indiana. And I, we, me and Pam have been on 6 cruises. I didn't do videos on all of the cruises. Okay, you live in South America, but have family in east of USA. Okay, great. But anyhow, I've done videos on the hot tub, working on it. um, Allie sent me some rubber ducks, so me and Pam did uh, a video on the hot tub with the rubber ducks. I don't know what else to tell you. I just do this for fun. Okay, Maria, thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, I did I did a pork loin. I did do that, Bella. Oh, with the mail call? Yeah, and they yellow flagged it. So I had a lot of people look at it. I made 2 cents on that video. Yep. And I'm not complaining, but if they would have took the yellow dollar sign off, I would have made more. At least a quarter, 20 cents had been great instead of just $2 or 2 cents. Yeah, 2 cents on that mail call video. Well, thank you, Maniac Grammy. And some of my other videos, I'll make 20 cents or something like that. And that's fine. That's about what I make, if they monetize it right off the bat. I think so. I need a nickname or something for you so you know that I'm talking to you because I don't know how to pronounce your name. Matt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got in a dollar, you got 100 pennies, and I made two. That's the best way I could explain it. So, Matt, you got a different kind of money in South America. Okay, $30 signs here make a dollar. Okay. I don't know what 30 pesos. Okay. 30 pesos is a dollar. So the 2 cents wouldn't even make 1 peso from what you're telling me. So what's the smallest uh, money that you have? Like ours is a penny. That's the smallest uh, money that we have. So is 1 peso the smallest? Thank you very much, Maniac Grammy. 1/3 of a dollar. Okay. So 1 peso would be 33 cents here. $30 pesos is a dollar. Got it. Approximately. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. I've been, I haven't been to South America, but I've been out from South America in the Caribbean on a cruise ship. I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Lebanon, Haiti. I've been to St. Thomas. I've been to right here, Illinois. I was born and raised right here. Yeah, I think it is Central because we're on Central Standard Time. We are that. I love that cruise ship. Matt, have you been on a cruise? I'm sure you can sail out there. The last one we went on, we flew to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then we got on the ship. It was right after that hurricane. I don't know what hurricane it was. I think it was like a year ago or so. Sign in to chat. What's this all about? Okay. Hello, FPV. Now I know you're coming from Val Life's channel. Let me check out your channel here. Uh, yep, you're a drone flyer. That's great. Welcome. Yes, there is. Like like we was talking, it's like 41 degrees here. I'll tell you what, it is wonderful. You go on there and they treat you just like a king and queen on there. Fahrenheit, yeah. Yeah, I know you're Celsius. Uh, you'd have to convert it. Maybe I should ask Google. Yeah, ask Google. What is the temperature in Celsius of 41 degrees Fahrenheit? Let's see. I don't have a smartphone. I got one of these little flip phones. Converter. Okay. Temperature. $41. Okay. 41 degrees is 5. Okay. Finite world. You beat me to it. 5 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius. That is correct. You win a brass star. I'll bet. Well, Finite World, I'm glad you're here. There's Julia Trader. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Hi and bye. All right. I understand it's getting late. Yeah, it's cool. It's not freezing, but you would need a long sleeve shirt on. Now, if the wind's not blowing, it's not bad for a little while. Well, we've still got 8 people looking at this old man. Okay, so what is the temperature there, Matt? And you can tell me in Celsius, and then I'll change it. Let me get back to the converter. Okay, so what's the temperature there in Celsius? We'll get right into 30 or more. Okay, so 30. That's 86 degrees. Wow, that's hot. Okay, right now it's 20. All right. Well, I messed that up. All right, 20. That's 68 degrees. That's perfect. If we had 68 degrees here, it would be just perfect. Rosanna, hey. Yeah, at 68 degrees would be perfect because, like right now in the house here, is 71 degrees. Are you talking about Matt's name or my name? Oh, okay. All right, I see it. Well, Matt, you kind of worried me a little bit when you first came in because I did not recognize you. I've been sub to you for a long time, but I've subbed to a lot of people that I don't even know, and everybody needs a sub. So you give one, you get one. That's pretty good. I think that YouTube is pretty neat that we're talking like this, and somebody's over by St. Louis, and you're down in South America. Uh, that one lady, she was in Pennsylvania. Maria was in Pennsylvania. Uh, I'm gonna post hi so you can see my channel if you want to check me out. I don't have anything to hide. I started in 2009. That's when I joined, but I really didn't start doing much on videos until uh, about last November. Let's see if I can see. Okay, I bought my webcam July the 27th of 2017. So it was after that before I started making a doing a live stream. Yeah, Bella, it's really awesome. Rosanna, you're just as important as anybody because you're you're supporting all the channels. That when you watch their videos, you're a non-creator supporter. So that's not a problem. You got to have people watching your videos. Well, tell them happy birthday. But see, Rosanna, you're helping me because you're in the live stream here, and that adds up. If you're in here for 15 minutes and three other people are in here for 15 minutes, I get 1 hour. So I got 7 viewers right now. And I'll tell you what, folks, it really adds up. Now, on a live stream, you don't make that much money, but you get the watch time. And you got to keep that going because you have to maintain 4,000 hours of watch time for the last 365 days. That's right, Rosanna. So, see, you're just as important to YouTube as anybody else. Can you try to pronounce it, please? You told me your name was Matt. Is that not what you want to be called? Oh, okay. Giving my girlfriend your congrats. All right. Hello, Hallie. I'm doing great. Pam's in bed watching TV. Wow. I definitely don't know how to pronounce that. Let's see. Yep. Well, I thought I had a translator on here. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Okay. Happy birthday, my love. Lecta. So, you live in South America. Are you in the center of the country or are you close to the shore? I'm asking you, Matt. They're claiming that the beans here is a bumper crop this year. Happy birthday. Did I get it? And I don't know how to pronounce her name either. Lee T C A. Anyhow, tell her happy birthday. Perfect. All right. 46. All right. Well, my sweetie is 63. I'll be 62 in December. Yeah, Allie's busy all the time. Well, that's what they're supposed to do there, Howie. Live every day like it's going to be your last. We was we went to the Covered Bridge Festival yesterday, which was about 2 hours from here, and that engine check engine light came on. So we've always had trouble with the gas cap. All right. And we end up going to AutoZone and they reset it. So I got the idea that I would buy my own code reader. And it does work. But it come up with a different code. Something about the manifold um, sensor or something. That thing is not any bigger than that. It's $84. It's right on top where you could get to it. I told the guy, I said, I'll buy it if he can show me where it goes. I still got to have it, but he went out there and he looked around. He says, right there. Okay, good. And then I asked him, I said, for that price, is there guarantee? He says, lifetime guarantee. That's one reason why I like AutoZone compared to a local uh, parts store that we have here. You buy it, it's yours. AutoZone, they pretty well stand behind what they sell. Of course, it's up to you to replace it. I mean, they'll give you another part, but you got to pay the labor or do it yourself and replace it. Hello, Grizz. Here, kitty. I figured you'd be on here. It's only 8:30 for you. Got you on a good time here. So with that decoder, I could clear the code so the check engine light soon don't come on now. That was like $40, but you know, you're going sober, you better get a drink. It's 8:30 for Rosanna too. All right. Okay, Howie. You have a good night. Well, Grizz, have you got your makeup on? I'll send you a link if you'd like. Well, Matt, um, if you look at the United States, I'm more toward the east, Middle East. Okay. Just make sure there's nothing hanging out. Oh, you're a piece of work. All right. There should be an easier way to do this, but all right. There you go, Grizz. Washington, D.C. is north and
On the
east.
hour.
Hey, Kim.
Hello, Grizz.
Oh, him.
Oh, man, it's been a day.
What you been doing? Hunting?
No, today, actually, I was cutting firewood all day yesterday, and I'm pretty sore today. And so I spent the day editing video. I got a whole bunch. Got about 6 or 8 hours of footage that I've got making one 10 to 20 minute long video with. And that's a lot of cutting.
So you're going to take it down to how many minutes?
I want to get it down to 10 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there, whatever I get it down to. It might end up being 30 minutes long. I don't know. It's not even that great of a video. but it's a lot of work.
Life on the trail. Hello, welcome.
Oh,
Well, we went to a what they call Covered Bridge Festival. Now, we didn't go to all 7 towns, but there's like 7 towns up there that they have a festival. And we went to 2 different towns there yesterday. And me, Pam, and my sister. And we just about walked Pam's legs off.
Oh man, that's why they make wheelchairs and go-karts.
I understand. But what we did was we parked the car. I told her, I said, I'll take you up there and then come back and park the car. No, I'll walk. I said, okay, if you can walk up there and then you look on the way, there's stuff everywhere. You can't, there's no way I could describe it of how many people and how much stuff they got.
Man.
Anyhow, we went up toward the main part where the covered bridge was. And finally she said, I'm done. I said, okay, you just sit here and I'll go get the car. And my sister says, well, I'll walk with you. I said, no, you stay here with Pam because all you're going to do is ride back in the car. Just stay here. I'll go get the car. She said, well, I'd go get it, but you'd have to draw me a map because I had no idea where we parked. But see, I've been up there so many years. And this one guy, I got to know him, and he's not way up. See, when you come in, there's all kinds of crap and stuff, you know, and we're not interested in. And by the time you walk through all that, you're wore out before you get up to where the good stuff is. I just go to look around, and I love that sausage.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Bella.
Here, check this out, Kim. I got my shirt that I ordered from the Teesprings, and my coffee. And the shirt. Will you hand me the shirt? I'll show them that first. Here's the shirt. This is the back of it. Let's see here. Can you see that all right?
Okay, now raise it up. Duck Dynasty ain't got shit on me. That's good.
Yeah. That's the back, and this is the front. It's not as
Here, kitty.
yeah. And I thought it would stand out. I wanted to get gray, but I thought the print would stand out better on the white.
Oh yeah.
But this kind of irritates me because I got this coffee cup here, and it says, "Have a cup of shut up and listen."
Okay.
But it pisses me off because there's supposed to be my logo on the front here. There's nothing there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I sent him an email, and I haven't heard back from him yet.
So now wait a minute, Grizz. You got the coffee cup in your left hand, your right hand.
It's in my right hand.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my right hand.
So when you're drinking, you should have the logo to where people can see it.
Yeah, and that's on the outside.
Okay. Now, see, this is a cup that she bought down there in Gatlinburg. This is my right hand,
Uh-huh.
and this is facing you. When you're drinking the coffee, it's facing you, which is cool because I want to see my bear. See?
Right. But in my case, I want, when I'm drinking, I want people to see my logo. You know, like if I'm out here, if I'm having a cup of coffee on on YouTube, I want people to see the logo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be right.
I mean, if I'm drinking a cup of coffee, you're not going to be able to read this, you know. I mean, you might identify the logo, but you wouldn't be able to identify what this says unless I held it up for somebody to read.
Right. Now, I bought this one from Cafe Press. And see how they printed it? It's on the end.
Oh, yeah. But they didn't give us that option.
Well, I would have rather it been one side or the other.
Uh-huh.
It would have been better if it was right here. But, you know, if I do drink coffee out of this one, I could always turn it.
Well, I haven't heard anybody else that has bought no shirts and coffee cups complain about any mishap. So it's kind of odd that here it's my channel, my store. The first thing I get, they misprinted. I'm like, this is not looking good for them. But I'm glad nobody else has had this experience because it took me a week and a half to get this stuff to begin with. So I mean, it's a long wait.
Well, it takes a week and a half to find you up there in the woods.
Well, yeah, that's true, but it don't come up to my place. It goes to the post office box in town.
Oh, okay.
Deanne, you guys calm down in there. Jeez, women.
Did Matt leave? I've been talking to this guy. That's his nickname, Matt. That might be his real name, but he's in South America.
Oh, that's that Ojalaki Q or whatever that name is.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
I told him, I said, give me a nickname. I can't pronounce it. So he said Matt, so I can live with that.
Yeah. I seen he made a comment, was asking about what was that back there. He said, what's your opinion on the Oregon's trail game? Yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking on that.
I don't either. I didn't see it.
I've never heard of Oregon's trail game. Heard of the game trails, but not an Oregon game. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would have specified that as an Oregon game trail.
But anyhow, we went up there and we had a good time. We left here at 8 o'clock our time. And I think we got home about 4.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't stop to eat because we ate it whatever we wanted while we was there shopping, or at the craft show.
Well, talk about eating. That's what part of my video is about. I got to try to work that into my video. Is about firewood cutting and cooking on the wood stove and eating. And I've got to figure out how to tie that all on in together to keep. Because if I just show people cutting wood and sweating and stuff, people are going to get bored, walk away. So I got to throw something in there to entertain it.
You say the J as in high in man's name.
Only Q. I don't know. I couldn't. Hey, let's do this here. Let me do this. Let's see here. Ole QQ. Let's see here. Let me.
Hello, Karen, for you. Did you get your outside faucet fixed?
That did happen to me before.
Okay, Karen, for you, I seen the other day they got this. It's like styrofoam. It's got a that goes over your outside faucet, and you can hook it and tie it. There's Val's life. Well, thank you, Val's. I think her name's Valerie.
Oh, Ole is let's hope, or I hope, hopefully. And the Q, if I'm pronouncing it right, is if only or I wish. Or let's hope I wish, I would assume is what the name means.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Matt, for coming by. Oh my, there's Ann. She's up late. You're probably a pumpkin by now.
Good evening, Ann.
She tried to walk my legs off there yesterday. Well, Karen, for you, I mean, it's a real problem if it freezes.
What's
You
that?
would not believe how much water can come out one little pipe.
Well, what's that, Kim?
Karen, for you, had an outside spigot. She couldn't get it to quit leaking, so she capped it. I said, but if the water's still in there, it'll freeze. So she got one of them foam or styrofoam cups she put on.
Uh-huh.
She said it's worked the last 2 winters.
How cold does it get in the area where she's at?
I forgot where she's at. Karen, for you, Grizz is wondering where you live, how cold it gets. Val's life had a flood a year ago. Rosanna's out close to where you're at or in your time zone.
Yeah, she's up in Washington, I believe, if I remember right. Oh man, I don't know if that will be enough to keep it from freezing. Hope you have
got by with it for 2 winters, so
hope you have and not copper pipes.
So Valerie, your line froze in the wall. Wow. I've got a full basement. I don't really have any water lines in the wall. And I just have the one bathroom up here and the kitchen sink. So they come right up through the floor. They don't come through the wall.
You got all steel pipe in your house?
Yeah, it's galvanized.
Yeah.
Except for the ends that I cut off and put copper tubing.
Uh-huh. I like galvanized pipe the best. The only problem with galvanized pipe is in time it does corrode up and plug up inside eventually, and so it restricts the water flow. But that takes a lot of years, depending on the type of water you have.
Well, the only problem with galvanized pipe, if you have trouble, back in the day, they just screwed it in, and I don't know how they did it. There's no unions.
Oh, you start at one end and you just keep on going. If you have a freeze and you got to replace a section, then you just cut the middle out with a sawzall, thread the piece on out, and then replace it and put a union in it.
What do you mean I'm not looking?
That's right, Karen. That's what we do here when we have when we get cold weather. We crack the tap on and let it run real slow.
But see, all my lines are protected from the
storage thing. What? Well, storage thing.
But so we might have only maybe at the most a week that gets below 10 degrees here. Usually the coldest it gets is maybe 25. You know, at nighttime, very seldom will we get it real cold. I mean, we live in a pretty mellow climate here.
It's icy down.
That's right, Valerie. It's not that easy sometimes. Now, with a full basement, you can get to it and you can just cut it out. Like he said.
Well, yeah, they are. I tell you what, I don't care where I live at. If I have to replace lines or put new lines in, you know, if I build a new house or whatever, the only thing I'll use from here on out, even though as much as I like galvanized outside of the home, I'll use the PEX pipe. I mean, I love that stuff. It doesn't have that aftertaste like copper does, you know, and PVC doesn't even have that great of a taste. And that stuff, if it freezes, it won't break.
It's true, Dad. Something.
Yeah, I think that's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
But I do like the copper tubing because you can reuse your fittings. Now, if it would freeze, you got problems.
That's right. Because when it freezes, even if it don't split, in an area, say like you have a 6 foot of pipe that freezes, but you only have one split somewhere. So you go to cut the split, then you got to put a fitting on there with that pipe is stretched out. You can't put a fitting on there. You have to keep on cutting and cutting and cutting until you find a spot where the fitting will fit on there.
Right. You'd be better off.
I don't like about copper. I don't like that, and it does have an aftertaste to it, especially when it's new. Yeah, Rosanna, a lot of people have that problem out here on the West Coast. What we always did out in the garage, usually it's a spigot that freezes, a spigot line that's run out in the garage. And what we always did is we put a freeze connection at the house line because the garages are usually uninsulated. And then we put a cockpit on in and had a system where it would automatically drain on out for wintertime.
Now I put a frost free on one side of my house, but my problem is
That chicken's all together.
unless you drill a hole through the concrete block,
Oh, change the light bulb.
you can't get the faucet low enough to where it drains out. It wants to drain back into the house.
Uh-huh.
So that water stays in there. So what I did was, because see, I have to have a way to get water to my hot tub, even if it's real cold, because you lose water.
Uh-huh.
You know, it evaporates or whatever. So I just put a heat tape on it, and then I sprayed that. What's it called? It's that foam.
Oh, I know. But spray foam.
You got spray foam?
Yeah, but it's got a name. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It expands, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you use that pipe in the travel trailer? That pipe you're talking about, that pipe in travel trailer.
I don't know if they were using it back when your travel trailer was made. I don't remember. But yeah, that's the problem. Now the problem with freeze pots is two things that I don't like about them is around here when they install them, first of all, they have so many problems with those freeze faucets starting to leak and drip. They're constantly having problems. Just about every house that we built, I mean, every year they have to replace them every year or two. And they're not cheap. Those freeze faucets are, $60 to $100 a piece. So they're constantly having to replace them. So anyway, what the plumbers have started doing around here to make it easier to replace them is with that PEX pipe that they run the pipe down the wall, and at the very end, they'll make a big loop in the wall, and it'll come back around, and then it goes back into the freeze faucet. That way, when they have to replace that freeze faucet, they just pull the two screws on the outside, they pull the faucet on out, replace it, and then shove everything back in. But that big loop allows for the pipe to pull on out.
Pull out. Okay.
It's handy and everything, but it also traps the water in. So you get that water stand, and then now you have a bit more of a chance for that to freeze. It doesn't let when with the system that we put on in there, if they use the freeze faucet and then they have the cockpit over there at the house part to let the line drain, it won't drain with that system on in there like that. So we quit using the freeze faucets.
Now on the other side of the house, where I don't use it in the winter time at all, I put a ball valve on the inside of the house with a drain. And then there's a hose bib outside with a piece of copper tubing in between. So all I have to do is shut it off and open that drain on that valve, and it'll run out.
I'm here. Want to be on my lap?
Well, send your problem to me.
No, it's just laying right here.
Oh man, this computer's getting hot on my lap.
No.
I don't know if that would work or not.
Ball valve with the hose. Oh, what Karen said.
Yeah. She said put a big styrofoam cooler over it.
No. No barking, girl.
I would.
Come here.
I mean, how cold does it get there? Did she say 10?
Give me the ball.
She said it gets pretty cold.
Come here. Come here.
Let's see. Let me look back here.
I mean, if you have a possibility of running heat tape around it, then put that styrofoam cup over it. But I don't know. I don't know the the location where it's at or what everything's involved there.
She said usually in the teens at night, 10 degrees or so.
Yeah, I would crack it open, and when it gets that cold, I'd let it slowly run.
But it's her outside spigot.
Yeah, let it dribble. Just cut like a 4-foot hose or something. So the water's running away from the house, and just a real slow trickle. At 10 degrees, that's gonna freeze up.
That'll thaw out your pocketbook, though.
Well, is she on city water, well water? I mean, and actually, I mean, what's the fuel water cost compared to a plumber's bill to come out there and fix a frozen pipe and faucet?
Well, that's true. But you take like a toilet, your flapper is bad. It doesn't take much to run up the water bill.
See, I have free water. That's not a problem with me. That don't sound good, Rosanna. It doesn't put off an odor where it's just so wet because there's no drainage from the rainwater. Is that it, Rosanna?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to live in the country and have gravity flow spring water like I got. But I tell you what, for free don't come easy. I mean, if you have your own water supply like that, there's still constant maintenance with it. So it's easier just to pay a water bill.
Oh, yeah. Well, my last water bill was, let's see, rounded off to $40. But $10 of that is garbage, and that counts as sewer. But now it's not always that cheap.
My last water bill that I had was running about $40 a month, and that was a good 20 years ago.
Where you at now, or where you used to live?
Where I used to live. I haven't had a water bill since I lived out here.
We've got your 6.
Oh man, you need to go after the builder then. How old is your house, Rosanna? How long has it been since it was built? I think here in Oregon, you go back on the builder for up to 5 years. doesn't help if the builder close up shop and leaves though, but usually their bond will still cover, you know, usually a $5,000 bond at least. Might be a 10, I think it's in Washington, it's a $10,000 bond. 2.5 years, it should still be, you know, the bond should still be in place then. Find out if the builders are still in business and tell them to deal with it, or you're going to attach his bond. But I wouldn't put it off much because I don't know what your law. Some states are only 3 years, and other states are only 1 year. So, but most states are 3 to 5 years on the builder.
I don't know how many years ago it was, but our sewer pipes, somehow they went through there with a camera and they recorded every outlet going from the sewer, you know, where it ties on to your house. And they run plastic coating on the inside of the pipe. And after it dried, they come back in there with a camera and cut each hole back out.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't. I've heard of using a camera, and I've heard I knew that they could do something on the inside of the pipe, relining them somehow, but I didn't know anything. You know, I've never heard of how it actually worked.
Well, what they do is, and I've seen it on this old house, they've got like a sleeve, and it's got this solution on there that'll harden up. And they take that sleeve and they run it inside out, the full length of the pipe. And then, of course, you got to let it set so many hours. Then they can go back in there with the camera, and the computer knows exactly where all the outlets are, and they'll cut it out.
Now, how much did that cost just to run the camera?
I don't know. The city did it.
Oh, the city did it? Okay. You know, the reason why I'm asking is it's a road in Santa. You ought to check on into that rather than have them dig up your yard. If you could find out a contractor that has that camera and run it on in there, find out where the problems are. Because quite honestly, the guy that installed the system, if he was a subcontractor to the general contractor, then it's not really his problem, and you're going to have to pay him to come out there for that service. However, if they weren't tied together at all, because a lot of times people will buy a piece of property that already has the water and sewer on, then in that case he might have some liability, and then things have to be dug up. But it's ultimately up to you, regardless of the situation. It's up to you to find out who's at fault. So I mean, you need to get somebody else on. If you have to bring a backhoe on out there, I would not get the guy that put the sewer in. I would not get the builder on out there. If the problem is the sewer, if you expect that, I do one of two things, preferably the camera, you know, so you can find out where it's at, and then you can determine who caused the problem. If it was installed improperly or if somebody ran over it like he's saying. But I wouldn't deal with either one of them at this point. So I would get somebody else. So because if you get them, they're both going to be pointing their fingers. You need somebody. You need an outside opinion of somebody that's not tied into it at all that can say, "Well, this is what happened," you know, and then have that will stand up in court. Otherwise, you're not going to have enough evidence if you have to go to court.
Yep. Always want to blame the other guy.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Chirping, telling you they're full.
Even if the builder broke it a few times, as long as he repaired it properly and there was no other breaks on in there, that's not a problem. But apparently it hasn't been repaired properly. And quite honestly, if you get a backhoe going on out there to dig it on up, who's to say that the backhoe coming on up there didn't do the damage when they dug it up to find the problem? That's where it's best to have the camera in there before anything is disturbed.
Yeah, if that line's not buried deep enough, that backhoe's probably mashing it down.
Oh, it's going to be 2 foot deep at least. I mean, it's about 2 foot deep. That's code. And she said the house is only 2.5 years old, and it's been code for over 20 years. And that's more or less a federal code. The only thing that would make it deeper is if you're in a frost area, such as where you're at, where the frost line's probably 4 foot deep. I would guess 3 or 4 foot deep at your location.
They're trying to get warm. Oh. I know, Angel. Yes, you see me.
Rosanna, here's the first call you make. Make the phone call to the builder and ask them if he can recommend an attorney to represent you on the septic system. That would get his attention.
Yeah. They don't like to hear that.
No. Can you tell me, Rosanna, did when you bought the house, did you have the house built? Or did you buy the house already built?
That's house room. Oh, she loves that. Oh, you love me to watch Hampered. Look at Hampered dog.
Because if you bought acreage, there's a good chance that whoever developed the property for sale to build a house on probably put the water and sewer in.
Okay. Bill.
Okay, so and was it a brand new house when you bought it, or had somebody else lived in it?
They're trying to get warm. Yeah, they want the heat. Yeah. Can you help them?
They're fine.
They're cold.
Yeah, you can get it down. If I get up, they'll see my boxer shorts.
Do they have pretty little hearts on them?
No, but they have pretty little holes.
They have what?
Pretty little holes. They're pretty old. They're as old as my daughter.
No, they are. You're liar. You're on the liar.
Not by much.
Yes, you are. I bought you underwear once.
No, these I've had, this pair that I have on, I've had for a long time.
But you haven't had them. You haven't had them that long.
Okay, you're the first owner. So I just kind of wonder if the builder bought the land and developed it, developed it ready for build, or if somebody else developed it and then he was a contractor that came in and did a spec build on it.
Come on.
Sounds like a spec house.
Oh, yeah. I see you.
You probably don't know what that means.
So was the owner of the land the spec builder? Was he the one that put the septic system in, or did the previous owner put the septic system in? See, I mean, the reason why you see, like if you had 5 acres that was completely undeveloped, there's nothing on it, you can't get bank financing on it. And a lot of builders need to be able to have bank financing. So for you to be able to get more money to the builder, for you to be able to make more money, you've got to go out, put the money in, and put the water and sewer in. Now and a driveway approach or whatever. Now it's developed property. Now you can sell it
Yeah.
for more money because the builder that's going to build on it can get bank financing on it.
You have to eat. They have to eat.
Oh,
Angela, when are you giving them food? No.
Grizz, to tell you about my car, I
Okay, Angela.
let's see,
Tell us for a second.
it was on a Friday, but I don't know if it was a week ago. I think it was the 5th. But anyhow, I went to back out of the car or out of the garage.
Do I hear?
I seen that there was a truck coming.
her?
So I sat there. I wasn't in the street yet. So I just stopped, waited, and he went past me and he stopped. And he sat there and he sat there and he sat there. And I thought, what is he doing? So I thought, well, he knows me. He's waiting for me to back out. So I went to back out. And when I got out in the street, here he come backwards. And he backed into it.
oh man.
And he had a trailer hitch on him. And he got my back door. But my back door still works and everything. And I seen him coming. I hit the brakes and blew the horn. Well, then he pulls up on the opposite side of the street, which he's going the wrong direction because he's on the other side of the street. So I get out of the car, leave it set right there. I said, what was you thinking, man? Oh, he said, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Okay. But what was you doing? He said, well, there's a guy mowing the yard, and I was backing up to go down that alley to talk to that guy. Okay. So anyhow, that was on a Friday. It was the 5th. And then Monday was Columbus Day, so I couldn't do anything until Tuesday. I went to my insurance, and he said, well, go get an estimate. And the estimate for that door, because it's got that wood grain, it's a PT Cruiser, was $2,400. Well, the door, just the trim was $1,000, but the whole estimate was $2,400. Okay, so they declared it was his fault. He didn't get a ticket or anything, but it was his fault. So his insurance company came the next Monday or so, and then this Monday they called me and they called my car a total loss. I said, wow. I said, well, it's still a good car, you know. They said, well, your estimate was like $2,100. I said, well, it was $2,400. She said, okay, but she said we claimed it to be $3,000, and for some reason they're going to keep $200 of that for some reason, but they'll give me a check for $2,800. Okay, so do I get to keep the car? You get to keep the car. So now I got to make sure the insurance is going to cover me for liability. They won't cover me for collision.
They will still cover you for everything. You see, we just went through that with ours, with my wife's car. It's the exact same deal. My wife was downtown. She was parked in a parking lot in a store about a little over a month ago. And an old lady backed into her car trying to park it. And it just, the front driver's side corner got the worst damage. And then the back corner, she must hit the car 2 or 3 times. But the back damage is that stuff is so minute you can't hardly even notice it. Okay, she was pulling out or whatever. But anyway, but the front fender, which is bolt, you know, undo some bolts, drop another one on there, no big deal. Anyway, they said it was $2,513 in damage, and they totaled out the car. No, they said it was yeah, it was they were going to pay us $2,800, I think it was. But they cut us a check for $2,513 and told us we could keep the car. But it's a reclaimed title or something like that, I think is what we have to file.
Salvage.
Yeah, it's a title salvage. But we get to keep the car. They sent us $2,513. And we can still insure the car, but we have to surrender our plates. I had to surrender our plates, and we have to put new plates on there. You have to your tags, everything are no longer good.
Oh, shoot.
That stuff goes away because with a salvage title, that car is gone and there's no more.
Okay.
And there you relicense it as a title, and now you have new tags, new plates, everything.
Okay.
The tags that we had got on there were like for 4 years. And it's like $100 or something like that. And we just got them like 2 weeks before. You know, so there was a couple $100 right there in tags, you know. But yeah, they did give us money for that too. But yeah, it was you'll have to get new tag, or if I don't know, maybe your state laws are different than ours, but that's the way it works here. But we have to
You're probably right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But see, I was talking to the lady that is their insurance. I was going to go over and talk. I haven't got the form. She said they're going to send me a form, and I've got to send her a copy of my title so that they know that there's no lien on it.
Right. I had to do the same thing. Okay.
So I was going to go talk to the insurance company today, but I didn't get an answer, so I didn't drive over there. It's 5 miles over there, you know. I'll call and make sure they're there as to just drive over there and drive back. You know, with gas being under $3, you know. So we'll see what they say. But
Yeah.
I still got to wait until I get that form. And I'm not going to do anything until I get that check in my hand.
Right. Yep. And I mean, I don't know how much time that we had after we got the check in our hand or anything. You know, I mean, I waited a week before I actually went down and switched the title and all that stuff. I mean, you know, I think they give you a little bit of leeway.
Well, I would say, you know, that within reason, it should be good until your tags run out.
But it's not, because that would have been 4 years. You know, I mean, for 4 years, and I think it's like 30 days. It's just like if you let your tags expire, the cops usually won't bother you the first 30 days after they expire. It's after that they'll start bothering.
So you buy your tags for 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we buy ours every year.
Oh man, that would suck. I would hate to have to go to the DMV every year.
Well, that's $100 a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's expensive. I think we pay like 160 for 4 years.
Okay. Well, see, that's a break that you get for other stuff being high.
Yeah.
Now, Pam's is a little higher because she has like vanity plates. She's got a word on hers.
Yeah, we could do the same thing here.
I did that, and whenever I changed my plates over after my divorce, I just got regular plates.
Yeah.
But it's still over $100.
Yeah, well, we was pretty happy with the settlement that we got because that was the car that we owned. My wife only paid $75 for the car.
From my can man.
You know, she collected the cans from the road and stuff, and bought the car with can money. And then I spent another $300 to $500 on it. Needed a new head gasket, and I bought one of those big hydraulic jacks like they have the tire centers and stuff. I got a big one. You know, that easy to move. You don't have to crawl underneath the car to jack it on up. I bought one of those jacks to make it, make things easier. Bought a few tools that I still got around. Spent like $300 or $400 on tools and parts, and I still have the tools. Still got the car and $2,500.
There you go.
I came out of
Well, I had a deer hit the front of it, but this was for comprehensive. And you could cover it with your hand, and you look at it today, I can't tell you where the deer hit it, but I do know it involved that wood grain decal on there.
Uh-huh.
And they cut me a check for $1,200 for that.
Wow.
So Pam got a new washing machine out of that deal.
Well, you'll be able to still get full coverage insurance, but the value of the car won't be as much.
Well,
it'll be a lot lower value of the car. So I would think that your insurance should go down.
well, I'd say so. But see, my comprehensive, if I was to have dropped it, it would have only been $30 for 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Now I pay more than that for my insurance because of liability. But then, you got your liability on the other guy, and then you have comprehensive like fire, theft, storm, deer, whatever, glass breaking, all that. And the way I understand, you probably won't be able to do that either. I don't know. I'll talk
Now,
to
that comprehension is not full coverage, though, right?
right.
Right, because I paid $35 a month for liability and comprehension.
Well, your comprehensive is like if you break a windshield or you hit a deer,
Right.
something like that. Or hello, Theo, how are you?
Yeah, I paid $35
Late.
for that. I paid $35 a month for that, and that's for 2 vehicles.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that Geico.
We've got full coverage on both of our cars. Hers is an 04 and mine's an 02. And it's like $500 and some dollars.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know now,
I don't think that will go down. If you don't have full coverage, I think this would only affect your full coverage, not anything else.
Well, I do have full coverage now
Okay.
because I haven't changed anything yet. But I gotta wait until they send me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just called me Monday. So tomorrow's Friday. So usually a business will send something out on Friday, so you'll get it Saturday and you can't do shit until Monday.
Uh-huh.
All the time.
Here, let me do this here. I'll show you the damage that our car got. If I can find it.
Yeah, I need to do that. Take a picture of my car.
They required it. I had to send them in pictures of the damage for them to, but well, I had to send them in, but you probably took it in for them to get the estimate.
The adjuster came and took pictures. I drove over to my insurance and they came out and looked at it and they said, go get an estimate. So I did that. And he said, then they'll fax it to us and then we'll start the ball rolling. We'll send it to their insurance. So then they called me and they said that I think it was last Friday, Thursday or Friday. He came and took pictures of it, and he said they'll call you Monday.
Okay, here's the pictures of the damage. See right, this damage right here. This what she hit the main part. So it's kind of kinked in here and here, and it does clip on the door a little bit right on in here when she opens the door, but not. But it's not horrible bad. But I need to fix this fender here, and this fender will just bolt on and off. You know, then.
Well, it probably catches right there when you open the door. All you have to do is pry it back.
Yeah. And then on here, there's a dent right here. She hit us right here too. And this one here, I'll have to get in the inside and just try to see if I can pop it out. Hopefully. That's going to be the worst part of it. And then back in here, I don't have the picture on here. Back here in the back corner, there's a little tiny dent that I'm not even, and more or less a little rub. And a lot of this is just dirt on the because of a driveway. The car's a lot better shape than what you're seeing. But there is a rub along this door right through here. But it's not as bad as what you're seeing here. That's a lot of this is shadows and stuff. Let me see if I can.
Pop it open.
Well, the worst part of mine is that trailer hitch had grease on it.
Yeah.
So that grease just smeared across that door. Now I haven't tried to clean it up yet because, you know, I don't know if they want to look at it again.
Okay, here's the damage that was back here. There's a little bit of scrapes and stuff. Like I said, it looks, I mean, on this picture, it looks a lot worse than it really shows in real life. Most of this stuff here will just all buff on out. I might have to clean up a little bit of marks here, it looks like. But,
well, other than that door catching when it opened, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Do you have full coverage on it?
No, we just have the liability and comprehension, but the lady's insurance covered it all.
Okay. Hello, Alex.
See, now this picture here, there's a rub down right along through here. You can't even hardly tell it. I mean, you can see a little bit right back in this corner, but you really don't see nothing. There's a little dent. There's a little dent in here that I got to push on out.
Well, you know, really, that looks like a pretty good car for $75.
Oh, it is. It's a great car. I mean, a friend of ours had it, and it was his wife's car. I mean, this is the inside of it right here. And there's the carpet. The seats.
A little bit of stains.
You know, no tear in the seats. I mean, it might be a little bit of stain. You know, it's a 2004. You know, back seat. You know, I mean, it was in decent shape.
Oh my God, I didn't have it on.
And then the dash. You know, I mean, it's not bad at all.
A whole bunch of those cars around the same color.
Yeah, man, it's a good car. Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Well, you know, I could go have someone take that inside panel off and push that out.
Uh-huh.
Ain't gonna make it run any better. The door opens great.
Well, that front fender on mine, I might be able to just take it off and straighten it on out and bolt it right back on and be fine. You know, I mean, that's what I'd rather do, because if I replace the fender, then I got to paint it, and then I got to try to make the paint match, and that's always difficult.
Oh yeah.
They say it's very red.
Oh, I think if I took care of that fender, I think I could still sell the car for $1,000 or $1,200.
Yeah, but are you gonna sell it?
We're going to look at in the next year or two of getting a different vehicle, because I really do like that car, but it is so hard for me to get in and out of.
Oh,
You know, because it is so low, and it's just really difficult for me to get in and out, especially when I'm hurting. When I'm hurting, it's forget it.
I like driving.
No.
So close.
well, I'll tell you what, that PT Cruiser is a small vehicle, but it's really easy to get in and out of. Now, I'm not talking about the back seat.
I've
I've
tried to get in and out of those PT Cruisers, and for me, it was difficult. It wasn't as roomy.
Those medical transports have those, and they're so uncomfortable. The back seat is ridiculous.
I tell you what, I want to get. I mean, what I really enjoy is a minivan.
No.
They are so easy for me to get in and out of, and they're comfortable.
Everybody has the same one.
Yep, I agree. And you see, my second wife, we bought that PT Cruiser. All right. Well, she went into a nursing home, and I got to keep the car and the house because she divorced me. Okay, and I got it paid off. Personally, I would rather have a car, but now that I'm bigger, I may have the same issue that you're talking about, getting in and out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
But the PT Cruiser, it's really easy for me to get in. Now, on the passenger side is probably a different story because you don't have the steering wheel to help you.
Uh-huh. One of the problems that I have with the PT Cruiser is headroom. You know, getting in the door.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm almost 6'2", and I'm stooped over quite a bit, but I can't stoop over any more than you see me stooped over. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of mobility that way, and it makes it tough. So I'm always, you know, I got to really twist my head and to get in them and stuff. Not as bad as it is in our car.
It would really be nice if they would make a car to where you could turn the seat and you could sit down. Your feet would still be on the ground, and then twist in to the car. That'd be a whole lot easier, but it'd be a whole lot more money too.
Yeah, and I mean, but getting in and out of a van, I don't need the seat to twist at all. A lot of it a lot of the deal is the headroom. So even if the seat twisted, you sit down in the seat, the doorpost, the top of the door, if it comes down a little bit, and that's where I have my problem. You know, or one of the problems. And then if I don't have the leg room to swing my legs on in, that's even worse.
Yeah. Well, Chris, it's coming up on midnight.
Yeah,
May see
it's time
that
for me. I need to do a little bit more cutting on my video.
So I'm going to hang up for now. And thank you for coming by.
Okay, we'll see y'all later, Rosanna. Good luck with that septic system. See you later, Alex, and anybody else that's in here.
Yeah, Alex, thank you for coming by. All right. May the peace and the power be with you. Of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.